always it seems like I'm confrontational. It seems like I have these passionate thoughts about certain things, and I guess that is true. So I have been involved in the music community here
for a
long time.
Yes, we go
since
back.
the early 90s.
Yes,
right?
We go back.
Since 1993. I made my first record 1993 as a teenager.
Yes.
All right? So a long time.
Yes.
I know everybody.
Yes.
Okay? And the incident that happened with Be Easy.
First, let's say rest in peace.
Yes.
Rest in peace to that.
Yes, let's say rest in peace.
Condolences to the family.
And I thought I wasn't going to speak about this anymore. I thought that because I thought that because his funeral happened, burial and all that kind of stuff, and it was a lovely service, and I talked about that after the service, and Be Easy, who's accused of his murder. In jail right now, and trial and all that stuff is pending.
Right.
And both friends of mine.
Right.
Okay. So I want to say that both friends of mine. I've never had any issues with either guy.
Right.
Gone places with.
So you're mutual.
I'm mutual friends with both people.
Right.
Okay.
No bias here.
No bias, and I don't want to say that. So no bias. So some people can't speak on this because they got bias one way or another.
Right.
Right. Now. Be Easy. Like I said, I'm gonna start with Be Easy because he's the person that he's really what brought this back up. Because I thought I had talked about it and that was it.
Right.
So Be Easy, and I said this before. We've gone out together. We've hung out. We've shared music. We talked about working together on records, on clubs. Like I like Be Easy. Now Vicious, I like Vicious also, but Vicious is not here anymore.
Right.
Okay? I have a lot of friends that are incarcerated.
Right.
Who I can reach out to.
Right.
Who I can talk to.
Right.
Right?
But
Vicious is not here anymore.
Right.
Now, there's a lot of people that do fucked up shit. I've done fucked up shit, right, in my life. Everybody has done fucked up things, right? Vicious was not an angel, and I would venture to say to some people he was a bully. Okay. I'm going to say that to some people, they didn't have a good relationship with him.
Understandable.
Fine. I understand that, and that's cool.
Right.
But when somebody is gone, when somebody is not here anymore, I think that kind of that finalness of that changes things to a degree. You can't make up. You can't patch things up.
That person
you can't.
is no longer
That's what it is.
Side of the story.
Yeah.
Or their feelings.
People find God. People mend their ways. Like different things happen that people have done over the years, and then later on they come back and they're in a different place.
Right.
So to somebody like, I'm not pulling to somebody like say Techniques, okay, who did not have a good relationship with Vicious V, or anybody else that didn't have a good relationship with him,
they can never mend that.
You can't mend it. Right. It's whatever it was, and that's fine, right? But I'm gonna read it, and we're gonna get the writer of this on the line in a moment. So I'm going to say this. I guess to people that don't know,
right?
Because we have people that watch and that are not from Baltimore. So we have two DJs here in Baltimore, two well-known personalities. One was killed by the other one. And so that's what happened.
And the funeral?
The funeral was Monday.
Right.
Monday, as we're today is Saturday.
Right.
It was Monday. Okay, so it was Monday.
Just a few
now,
days. It's still
I had the flu. So when this was initially posted, I was sick. So I didn't see it until today.
Okay.
So today when I saw it, it bothered me. Okay. And so I'm going to read it. I'm going to read what it said. So it said, anyone heard from or anything about our other DJ brother, Brandon Harris, who was Be Easy? Is he okay? What's going on with his court dates, details, family, well-being? Okay. Now that in itself, I don't have a problem with. Okay. I think he was asking a regular question.
Right.
That's cool. I don't have a problem with that. But as I got further down in the thread, it said different things. And by the time I got to the end of the thread, how angry was I? I was very angry. And so, so another DJ said, I didn't think anyone would ask about him. I'm still hurt about the whole situation, being close to both DJs. But he's good. His kids are being taken care of. His family is doing what's necessary. As DJs, we all knew they had beef. Some of us knew more than others. I didn't think it would go this far, kind of like that. Cool. No problem. That makes sense to me. Somebody else said, thanks for bringing it up. And somebody else said, he's still our brother, blah, 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 blah. Somebody said about court dates. Oh, cool. Now, as we got further into it, people started saying things like, we need to do something nice for him. Mm-hmm. He's our brother, blah, 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 blah. And this type of talk pissed me off because it's like, okay, so like somebody said, let's do something for him. He deserves our support. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay. So it's like, okay. And let's do something for him. Like, let's get him something nice.
As I've stated earlier, before we, got on air, it due to the overwhelming presence of social media, things are brought to light that probably wouldn't necessarily get brought to light in any other fashion.
Sure.
What I mean is, in situations like this, which is common, you have the victims' families and friends, and then you have the alleged killer's family and friends. And I only say alleged because
he hasn't been convicted.
He's not convicted yet,
right.
So he's presumed to be innocent until found guilty. So alleged, assumed, whatever.
Sure.
So now, in this situation, what happens is there are people that are going to rally around the victim's family and friends,
depending on your closeness to the person.
Because that is just what you do. Someone dies, you rally against you rally for their family. You give them food or maybe help with the funeral arrangements, be a part of it, whatever.
Yes.
But what we genuinely do not see is the other side of things, which is the killer side of things, which is you have some people on the killer side that's going to turn their back on them. You're going to have some people who are going to be so confused that they need a minute to digest what's going on. And then you're going to have those people who have unconditional love who's going to say, I'm going to stand beside this person no matter what. I am going to celebrate this person no matter what.
Sure.
It is only that we use social media now that these things are starting to come to light and you see both angles or both sides.
Right. And I understand that because here's the thing. Usually it's an angry thing. Like you're angry, you don't know the killer or you knew the killer, and that's fine. This is difficult because many of my fellow DJ brothers and sisters know both people.
Right.
Both people have different relationships with both.
Exactly.
And I understand that.
Exactly.
My issue is that Vicious V, no matter who he was to whoever, no matter if he beat you up at one time, no matter if he cussed you out at one time, or whether he loved you all the time.
Right.
That has neither here nor there. That man is gone.
Right.
So to me, it's disrespectful to start talking about he ain't even been in the ground 7 days.
Right. Not even.
And we already talked about, okay, that's over with. Now let's do something for Brandon.
Right.
No, we got plenty of time. Like, let me say, I really like Be Easy.
Right.
I'm saying we got plenty of time to move forward
and
with
celebrate
that
both
and
of
celebrate.
Them in the
I don't know about celebrate, but I'm just saying
because I believe. Listen to me, honestly. I believe yes, people do bad things. Nobody was there to know what occurred.
Yeah, and I'm not even speaking. Yeah, and I'm not even speaking on that. Yeah, I'm just talking about in general.
Aside from all of that, at the end of the day, you may have had good moments with this person. That person may have had good moments with that person, and genuinely in death, you try to remember people for the good things that they contributed to.
But I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying that there should be a grieving period, and that grieving period could not
4
have been
days.
up yet. It's
not
only
4
been a
days.
couple days. And so,
what you're saying.
yeah, so I'm just like in time, but
It's
let's
hard.
also keep in mind this. We don't know what happened.
Right.
There's been no trial.
Right.
We don't know anything.
don't
But here's
know
what we
what
do
it-
know.
we know
We
that
do
one
know.
person is gone
Yes,
forever and
we
one
know that
person-
Vicious is gone.
Well, actually, both of them really are gone forever.
Yeah, to a degree, I suppose,
Both lives will never be the same. You know, because even no matter what happens to Brandon, he still has to live with the fact that he took, someone that he knows off the face of this earth.
Correct.
So
and I
whether
know
he
that's
sits in
hard.
jail
I know that's hard.
for the rest of
Yes.
his life.
Yes.
Or he gets out and he's somehow able to quote unquote move on.
Yes.
He will never be able to move on because now he has to deal with the fact that he took a life.
Yes.
And a life of a person that he
Yes,
knows.
I agree with that. And so we're going to get Kenny on the line, and I know that the conversation is getting ready to go another direction. So, but before that, it has not been enough time
Right.
to start talking about, okay, now let's do something nice and celebrate the person who took Vicious V's
I
life
understand. That's
just
like
because
right.
he's a DJ.
That's just like your.
It's not
that's
good
just
enough.
like your. That's just like your. Your grandparent passing away.
Right.
And 2 days later, the other grandparent comes home like, "Oh, well, this is your new grandmother,
Exactly.
grandfather.
Right.
I'm
Exactly.
moving them in."
That's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. So I want to say that and this has happened to me before.
He's gone mentally value. Absolutely. Right.
If your spouse, hold on. If your spouse cheats on you, right?
Right.
4 days later, you wouldn't be all like, okay, it's all good. No. If your spouse cheated on you, it's not enough time for you just to be
4
like, it's all
days.
good.
First of all, 4 days is a well.
Right.
I'm still trying to process how you cheated on me in 4
Right.
days, and I need maybe another 4 days to calculate my movement before I move. Like it's a whole process.
If your child messed up in school and got a bad grade, you wouldn't be ready to let them go out to King's Dominion in 4 days.
You're gonna be ready for that report card to come.
Correct.
First.
Yeah, exactly. But we're supposed to do this. So
Okay,
we're gonna get him on. We're gonna get him on the line, and we're gonna see what it is that he has to say about
the situation at hand.
Yes, about the situation. So this we're gonna get Kenny B on the line, who was a good friend of mine.
Right.
Which means that we gonna have an unfiltered conversation right now. That's if he answers the phone.
Hello.
Kenny B.
Hey.
All right. So we were talking. So we're on air, but of course, feel free to use any type of profanity that you feel need if you need to use.
You got going on today, express them and express them freely.
All right, so
I'm going to try to not use so much profanity.
Okay. So we've definitely caught the listeners up with what's going on. Of course, we know the situation with Be Easy and with Vicious. I guess let's set some tone here. How far back do you go with both people?
Okay, let's go to Vicious V first. We go back as far as 1981, 82.
Pretty far back.
That was before I was born.
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right,
I was just
that's good.
Preteen at that time.
Okay, so and what about DJ Be Easy?
Be Easy, right in the beginning of his DJ career, I would say somewhere around 96, 97, somewhere in that era.
Okay, so you got
just
years with
up-and-coming
both.
DJ.
Have you ever had a disagreement with Vicious V?
Never. We never had a disagreement, ever.
What about
And
Be Easy?
reasons for that, because he always argued or fight or disagree. I mean, we disagreed about the football game, about the Steelers and the Ravens. That's about it.
Yeah. He was a heavy Steelers fan.
Big time Steelers fan, I should say. And I hate the Steelers, of course, and we went at it as far as that's concerned, but as far as anything else, no. And there's a reason for that. When I first got into the DJ business, I had one turntable, one CD player, of course, and one tape deck. We didn't have CD players back then, but a tape deck. and up and coming, just playing a little music at little house parties around the area. We all grew up in the same area, pretty much Walker Junction. I grew up like 5 blocks from Vicious V, and my family had an auto body and fender shop on North Avenue in Bloomingdale, Poplar Grove area. I went to Walbrook, and I went to Belmont. I went to Rosemont, schools around that area. So,
and he lived in that area, right?
Yeah, like I live 5 blocks away from Vicious V.
Oh, okay.
So,
and I was throwing a little house party around there, and Reggie Reg was there, and Vicious V, CJ Fresh, they were all there. We kind of, linked up that way. V was DJing, and they all got on, took turns, and my cousin came with V, and I didn't know that my cousin was a cousin to him on his mother's side. I didn't know that. And my cousin showed up, I said, "Hey, cuz," and then V was like, "Wait a minute, that's my cousin." And that's how we kind of linked up. So he kind of looked at me as a cousin. So we never had any kind of disagreements or anything.
What about Be Easy? Yeah, ever had a disagreement with Be Easy?
Nope, ever, never.
Wow.
And I needed some DJ equipment. When my DJ equipment got stolen, he was there for me. He let me hold a Serato box, let me hold a turntable, amp, anything I needed, he was there. I gave him his first party when he was up and coming. He wanted to get out there. So Chase and I, we gave him his first party to DJ, and I sent him to a couple parties when I couldn't do it. Or if I was double booked, I sent him on a couple adventures with Chase to do another party for me. And no disagreements. He was a good kid, actually.
So you would say the overall tone in the DJ community growing up was kind of not rivalry, not beefing, but it was like an all for one. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have something, don't worry about it. We got you. If I need help, don't worry about it. You got it. It was a camaraderie, so to speak. Would you say that?
No, not really. It was DJ beefs, and some people hated one another. But as far as me, and I mean, I didn't have many beefs at all. I mean, for me, I guess you could say it was kind of like they got me. When I needed help or if somebody needed something from me, I had them. I had very small beefs. And if it was beef, it was over something real petty and stupid. So.
All right. So I guess is it fair to say that you are neutral and you can be neutral in this discussion about Be Easy and Vicious V?
100%.
Okay.
I definitely support the both of them and their families because
I'm so glad you said that. I am so glad that you said that because we were actually just speaking on that type of scenario where one side is you have a respect for both, or you have a like for both, and you don't have a disagreement, so you kind of support one. But when is it too early to support the other who is still here?
Since day one, I was concerned since day one. I was like, oh boy, here we go. I mean, I hope he don't do something to himself, kill himself, or be depressed, or we talking about Brandon, or, I know thinking about his kids and how they going to eat and how they going to have clothes and on their back and food on their table and, paid roof over their head. I was all concerned about that day one. And I was already asking people like, well, how are they doing? How are they doing? Nobody wanted to talk about that, but I put it out there. And we have a DJ zone that we use on Facebook for all the DJs in Baltimore. And I'm looking through there trying to find out some information. Anybody say anything about Brandon? Nobody cares about what happened with Brandon's side of his family. So I just put it out there myself. Anybody heard from Brandon? I'm concerned about his well-being, how his kids doing. Anybody heard anything from him? How's he doing? We have 2 families affected here besides Vicious V. I mean, I understand everybody's grieving over that, but what about his people?
Did you attend the funeral?
I could not make it, no, because I woke up that morning, I was just done. I had a late night that night, and I really wanted to go, but it was nasty outside. It was raining. There's really no excuse. Mentally, I couldn't do another funeral, a DJ funeral. I mean, I've been to like 3 in the last year and a half, and it's just too much on me. And that one, I just couldn't do it.
Okay, so I wanted the record to show whether you had attended the funeral or not.
No, I didn't.
Okay. But I understand that there is a need to be concerned for Brandon's kids, right?
Yes.
Now, we're concerned for what about exactly for the kids?
I just want to make sure they're good because I know he was taking care of his kids. He was very close to his kids as far as are they eating good? Are they okay? They miss him, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Did he have money? Clothes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
whatever.
I get that. I get that, and I think that's fair. And
that's something that we need to, in my opinion, we need to jump out there and really do something for the benefit of the family, his kids, and whoever's taking care of his kids. That's all I'm concerned about. I'm not rewarding him for killing Vicious V because Vicious V was my good friend, that we grew up with. And this is not a reward. This is about the family of Brandon and his kids. That's what I'm more concerned about as well. I don't want Brandon to be in jail worrying about, oh my God, how my kids will eat now. I done made a mistake. He already made a terrible mistake. I don't want him in jail worrying about that kind of stuff. But that stuff right there will have you have clothes around your neck hanging from bars.
Right. So do you think that's kind of what's going on, that people are kind of taking it differently?
I just think it's too soon. I think it's too soon.
Do you think that maybe people are taking it differently because of the words that you're using to ask about? So if you would have asked about just the welfare of his children and his family, maybe people wouldn't have thought that, okay, it's too soon to ask about the welfare of him, or saying let's do something for him instead of, you understand what I'm saying? Instead of let's say do something for him, let's say let's do something for the family.
Kenny wasn't the one that said let's do something for him.
No, I know that.
Yeah, but
no, to my knowledge, on that post, it was like 13, 14 people who agreed with me. And said,
I'm sure.
And there's only really one post over there that said, "What the hell? I don't know."
Yeah, I'm sure.
No.
Yeah, I'm sure that is probably more people than that than agree with what you said. But I feel like
it's just not saying anything.
A lot of people, and that's why I'm glad we're having this conversation, because a lot of people do agree with what you're saying. A lot of people had bad interactions with Vicious V, but on the flip side,
more had more bad with Vicious V. Yes.
You said more had bad interactions with Vicious V?
More people had bad experiences with Vicious V than anybody. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, but I feel like, and I mean, we can peel it back. Some people would say that he was a bully, right? Is that fair to say?
Not going to sugarcoat anything.
We don't have to sugarcoat it. We can say it. Some people may have felt like that.
Yeah.
But let me ask this question: how many people that you know of? It's some chairs in that closet right there. How many people that you know of did Vicious V kill?
0.
0. So this bully, he was this big bully, but he did not kill anybody. He may fuck some people up. He may kick some ass. He may hit somebody with a dumbass pole and shit, or whatever it was that he did. But he ain't kill nobody.
Okay, so let me play devil's advocate for a second.
Okay.
Let me play devil's advocate for a second, because you brought up something that I think may be overlooking. We may be overlooking. Just hear me out for a second. You've mentioned that Vicious V was a bully more than once, right?
Yeah.
Could that possibly be one of the reasons that this has been taken to the extreme that it is taken? Because let's be real, bullying is a very serious thing. Whether you're an adult or a child, bullying still hurts. Bullying still affects you.
Yeah.
And if you keep bullying someone for, to a degree, I'm not saying that this is what happened, but what I'm saying, can we just give maybe that's something that could be addressed, is the bullying thing.
I mean, I think
that was 100% what happened.
I think we don't know what happened. We weren't there. We were not there. We do not know. Here's what we know, though. We know one person is not alive anymore. That's all we know.
And I'm just saying, as a devil's advocate question here, could we say that, I'm not saying that one death doesn't deserve recognition over another person's life, but what I'm saying is people can be pushed to a certain degree.
Sure.
And if I'm telling you to stop pushing,
when you bully somebody, They're going to get you.
Right. So if
at
you
that
push
point, when
me
they
to
get
the
to their
back,
breaking point, it doesn't have to be the same day.
Sure.
It could be a week later.
No, I get it. I get it.
It could be 5 years later, 10 years later.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Whenever that tick hits,
Now we're speaking on this from a standpoint of it almost sounds like we trying to justify what happened. We don't know what happened. Of course, in those situations, yes. How do we know that that's that situation? And then and then B, define bullying, because people throw that word around. What is bullying? I said he is a bully, but that doesn't mean he was a bully in a situation where his life was taken.
No. I'm not saying that, but that's why I just said, hear me out for a second. I'm not saying that was the end all be all.
Right.
But what I'm saying is let's be real. If we're gonna talk about the fact that one person is dead, we have to also agree that maybe there were contributing factors.
Right.
That caused this situation.
Sure, but we need more information. Let's do something different. Dr. Martin Luther King, right, was assassinated. We agree on that?
We agree.
Let's say 4 days after he was assassinated, some white people was just like, yeah, like that's our man. You know what I mean? Black people would have been upset, right?
I'm quite sure the moment it happened, some people were probably like, yay.
But the killer of Dr. Martin Luther King had a family, had friends, had homeboys and white hicks and motherfuckers that he banged with, right?
Right.
There was people that probably felt like that, right?
Right.
That would be wrong.
But he didn't have anything to do with King either, and they weren't friends.
Right.
Okay.
And he wasn't bullying this guy either. Dr. King did not bully this guy.
This is why I'm saying
he did not bully him. He did not bully him, obviously. But I'm sure that there were some white people that felt like that's what the fuck this nigga get. He was too uppity. Like there was some white people that felt like that's what the fuck he get. These niggas need to sit the fuck down.
Well, there's some DJs who felt like that.
Exactly.
They didn't say a word.
Now we get into the good shit.
I was about to say
there are some DJs that feel like that.
Who feel like, he deserved it, or he did something to do it, or that's what he get. I told him stop doing this, or I told him, or we remember when we had that sit down the last time.
Sure.
I'm quite sure there's all that talk that's going on. I'm just saying for those people, I'm biased in the situation. I'm not for one or for the other.
You're unbiased.
But I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm unbiased. I'm not for one. I'm not for the other. But what I'm saying is, if we're going to state that Vicious was some sort of a bully on some way, then we have to also say that maybe that was a contributing factor to why
I think it's still too soon to say that because we don't know what happened. There's been no trial. There's been no evidence. We don't know. So just because the man, for instance, I drive the speed limit, right? But that doesn't mean that one day I may not drive fast and wreck my car.
That's
so no, it's not. And let me tell you why. But listen, here's what I'm saying. Because Vicious had situations where he bullied people, it doesn't mean that that's what happened in this exact situation. He could have been a bully every day of the week, and this one day he could have said, "Fuck it, I ain't doing shit," and that could have been the day he fucking died. We can't say we don't know what happened.
Okay, when you go to court,
wait.
It's too soon. It's too soon. It's too soon to put the halo over DJ Be Easy.
You know for a fact that V bullied Brandon, and we know it for a fact. And we've seen it, and we've been at places where he did it. He pulled a knife out on Brandon. So don't sit here and say that you don't know that V bullied Brandon.
I'm saying the day that he died, we don't know.
It doesn't have to, but see, that's the thing that people fail to realize. If you're in an abusive relationship, that abuse doesn't necessarily have to happen the moment that I snap back on you. It could have just been timing up and building up, and you said something, done something reminded me of a past situation.
So y'all calling this self-defense?
No, we're not saying that. But what we're saying is you can't sit up there and say, "Oh, Brandon is all bad. Brandon is all bad."
I didn't say Brandon was bad.
Vicious didn't have anything to do with his own.
I didn't say that. I said I didn't really want to speak about the specifics only because we don't know what happened, and I see Val was saying that it was caught on video.
We know what happened.
I didn't see the video, so I don't know what the video said.
I'm about to say Diamond K is saying
I didn't see the video. Did one of y'all see the video? No, y'all didn't see the video.
It's right there.
She didn't see the video.
It's caught on video.
It is on video, but you didn't see the video.
And Val is also correct.
It's like the Tupac sex tape. You heard about it, but you never saw it. You didn't see the Tupac sex tape, Val.
Val is also correct because karma does come back. Karma don't gotta happen the minute after you do something bad. Karma. That's why when karma happens, when something happens to you bad, you the first thing you say is, "Dang, I wonder what I did to deserve this." That's karma coming back from whatever you did 5 years ago.
Okay.
So if Vicious pulled the knife on Brandon 10 years ago, karma came 10 years late.
Okay.
No, it was in October.
Well, see, there you go.
All
October.
right. So, Kenny, I thought you said that you were not biased. Everything that you've said has just been pro B Easy because your name is Kenny B and his name is B Easy and the B's have it.
Right now.
But I'm saying,
right
I'm
now
just
is what I'm speaking
if the shoe was on the other foot, if Vicious had took B Easy's life, I would be sitting here saying the same exact shit. Fucking Vicious V has not been in the ground 7 days, and we talking about let's have a fucking party for fucking B Easy.
But again,
for what?
But again, that's why I said maybe the
for
words.
What?
But again, that's why I said maybe the words were taken out of context.
No,
maybe it's
they was
not,
like, let's get together, let's do something for him. It's our DJ brother.
We're not having a party.
You damn right we ain't having no party.
Exactly. Maybe it's not for him per se, but
it's
again,
too soon. It's only been a few days.
Okay,
it's too soon. Too soon.
Kids need to eat every day. Kids grow every day.
But what's too late? What's too late? What's too late if he's dead or he kills himself because he's worried about his family?
So is
what
that,
if his family's not eating right
a good
now?
time to raise money to make sure the kids
you know what the problem
have
is?
a good summer?
In this social media era, everybody wants everything right now.
I said that.
He hasn't even gone to trial.
I understand that.
It hasn't even been 2 weeks since the
that.
murder, and we already talking about it.
I understand that, but guess what? If you lose your job today, you ain't sitting on your butt tomorrow trying to figure out, oh, the bills is going to get paid when they get paid. No, if you lose your job today, you leaving that job and you finna look for another job because you know rent coming, you know gas and electric is coming.
It's not the same thing, but I hear what you're saying.
Same thing.
Let me say this.
His kids,
here's
that's
the real problem. Here's the real problem. Y'all are excusing this behavior because of bullying, right? Bullying, okay, that's cool, right? Fine, I get it. When somebody is picking with you, you fucking fight back, right? You fight fire with fire. You don't pick up a fucking gun, you fucking fight. Like when we were kids, you didn't fucking pick up a fucking gun.
My mama said if somebody was coming after me and I couldn't beat them, pick up whatever was closest to them and bop them
upside their head
till they go down.
She didn't say shoot them, no.
If it's close enough, whatever it is, come on.
Well, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Okay,
I don't agree with that, especially amongst friends. I ain't talking about niggas on the street. I'm just saying.
We beefing.
I'm saying guys on the street. That's aside. We ain't talking about guys on the street. I'm just talking about amongst friends. I'm talking about me and this man. We friends. We have a disagreement. We can fight. We can roll around. You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
has fighting ever been fair? Fighting has never been fair.
I have a big problem.
I
have a big problem with this.
Name one fair fight. Name one fair incident. Name one fair thing that has happened in life. It doesn't happen, but at the end of the day, like I said, if he was helping to take care of his kids, that's a lost income.
Vicious has children as well,
and I understand that, and his kids are going to get taken care of too.
Oh yeah,
but
we have a party for Vicious kids.
Why not worry about the other kids?
We gotta have a party for Vicious kids too.
And that's what's happening. I'm quite sure
this is complete
can we
and utter bullshit. Because
can we agree on this?
No, I doubt it.
Diamond, listen. Did Brandon kill Vicious Z?
He's accused of it. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Allegedly.
He shot him, right?
He's allegedly.
Listen. So is Vicious Z dead?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So that's done. We can't change that now. So what can we do now to better this situation or try to help this situation?
Good answer.
Right
Good question. We can sit back and see what the evidence is and see what the case is first.
And we can
because y'all could all be
2 years for the case to get taken care of.
Huh?
Kids can eat
Y'all could be
2 years
all
later when they
wrong.
get finished?
Y'all could be all wrong. And this incident.
It doesn't matter if we wrong or right.
What do you
It
mean?
doesn't matter if we wrong or right. His kids need to be taken care of regardless. It doesn't matter if he was wrong or right. It already happened.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this.
His kids still need to
I'm gonna
eat.
tell you like this, Diamond.
Your loyalties
No,
lie
listen.
with. It's very clear and easy.
No, listen. If
Did I say
something happens
easy?
to you-
Did I say the word easy? I didn't mean to
listen
say
to
easy.
you. If something happens to you, right? God forbid you go to jail today or tomorrow, right?
You talking with Kenny or me?
Just anybody. God forbid you go to jail tomorrow. God forbid something happens to you and people need to rally behind you. When you go to jail and you get sentenced, you need people to start sending you money ASAP. Why? Because you need money on your books to eat. You need money on your books to call home. You need money on your books to buy stamps to be able to send a letter
I get
home.
that. I get that.
And
I get
the
that.
same
I
thing
rest-
goes.
thank you very much.
And the same
I don't-
And I
thing
would
goes
support
for
you the same way.
kids.
Diamond,
And the
if it was
same
you.
thing goes for kids. I cannot. If something happens to me and I have a child, if I get locked up, my first call is home, and I want to know if everybody is going to make sure that my child.
We understand. We understand that you don't have any children, but we understand that. Here's what y'all are not looking at. Let's say that somebody in your family loses their life.
As it has,
Of course,
as it happens.
of course. But how quickly would you be willing to go hug, embrace, and forgive the killer? 4 days? Is that about right?
Okay. Do you want to get personal?
It was a question.
Because we can get.
I mean, you can take it personal if you want.
I have an uncle who's locked up.
Don't forget the question I just asked you. though.
I am. I have an uncle who's locked up right now for injuring my aunt and two of my cousins. We still love him. The day it happened, nobody.
You said
was mad
injuring?
at him. Yeah.
Meaning that they're still here
Yeah, that's the. Well, honestly, my aunt is gone. My aunt is rest in peace. My aunt has passed away
due to
since.
those injuries.
But and some other health issues. But nobody. Everybody understood the situation because we understood that there was a momentary lapse in judgment in mind, and he temporarily went insane. Nobody was saying, "Oh my God, he getting sent up the river."
But she
needing
was
air,
injured
blah,
though.
blah,
They were
blah.
injured
It
though.
doesn't matter,
If it
but
was
we
a
were
final,
sitting-
if it was the
doesn't matter,
final,
but we were sitting in the emergency room,
It does
waiting
matter.
to make sure that they were okay. And when my aunt,
but if they
and when
weren't
my aunt-
okay, you would
listen,
feel differently.
and no,
That's
I
not a
don't.
good example.
And no, I don't. And when my aunt passed away, they made sure that they put pictures of both of them in her casket so that they would still be together, whether they are in death or in life. People take things differently. People move differently. I still love my uncle regardless whether he's locked up or when he come home. I'm not going to look at my uncle differently because I understand the situation and what happened. I know that he has grandkids and kids.
But you
and we
understood the
all went
situation.
around
Now let's
and
say
we
you
all-
didn't know the situation, because that's where we are now. You have hindsight and you understood he had a temporary loss of coherence. Right. You know what happened. Mm-hmm. Let's say you didn't know what happened, because that's where we are now. Mm-hmm. We don't know what happened, and y'all have proven my point, which means it's too soon.
We don't know what happened.
It's
right?
too soon.
We don't know what happened, do we?
What do you mean?
Do we know he shot him?
We know that.
Do you have proof of him?
Oh, I guess allegedly. It's alleged. For me, it's alleged.
Thing about you saying about these bullying him, you saying we
about
don't know
who?
yet, right? So what we don't know yet, so why can't we do something if we don't know yet?
Because y'all gonna look dumb as shit.
You're worried about
if you get
dumb.
the evidence and the evidence says something different, y'all gonna look. It's too quick. It's too quick.
Okay, but if his kid's gonna eat though. That's all I'm worried about.
Then go take his kids something to eat, Kenny. If that's what this is about. This is not about getting his kids something to eat. This is not about getting his kids something to eat. It ain't.
So what is it about?
It ain't.
What is it about?
I don't know what it is.
Nobody throwing no party for Brandon. That's not what we talking about. We talking about his kids and his family.
Now you don't want to throw a party.
So wait,
we gotta get rid of
Kenny, wait a minute, Kenny. I got a good analogy because this is what Diamond K is saying. Diamond K is saying, hey, you guys, for everyone who has passed away, who is locked up, who has some kind of fund, memory, charity event in their name, you ought to not do it anymore because that represents that you're making it about that person and not
that's
that
not what I'm
family.
saying. That's not what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying.
What I'm saying is that I taking this thing full circle, and then we got guests in the building. But taking this thing full circle, the issue that I had was I felt that there was an outcry for the other DJs to uplift the person who took the life of another DJ just because he was a DJ. Let's say, and it's just bullshit to me. So some of the people were scared of Vicious, and some of the people are like, okay, I'm glad that he's gone, and so they ain't saying shit. But if you just change it, let's say that Be Easy killed a female DJ. Right? Mm-hmm. Y'all wouldn't be saying none of this shit.
You don't know
y'all
that.
Y'all only saying this shit because it's Vicious.
No, you
and
don't
a lot
know.
of people were scared of him. And that's
so
it.
What?
And that's why the fuck this.
Okay,
if it was a fucking girl, they wouldn't be saying this shit.
So if that's the case, let me ask you a question. If that's the case, since we all get to do whatever we want to do and we all get to feel however we want to feel, why are you mad because certain people, this is hypothetically speaking, certain people want to have a party and saying, hey, my man took out the bully. Some people
that's
think
fucking
like
crazy
that,
to me.
But some people think
even
like that.
If that's what
the
you
case,
feel,
so what? Let them feel that way.
You can feel that way. You can feel that way. But I just I ended it. I just said that they should show some fucking respect and at least let the. I mean, it ain't been a fucking week.
And I get that.
And if anybody doesn't agree with that, then that's fine.
So
I mean, everybody's gonna feel what they feel.
I don't agree with it.
Everybody's gonna feel what they feel.
Having a party for Brandon.
Kids need to eat, so I'm gonna throw this party, and we're gonna make this money, and all the proceeds are gonna go to taking care of.
I've heard those type of things before
on both ends. It's gonna be dirt done regardless. This is the time where people are gonna jump out. I agree with the gate, and there's gonna be dirty stuff that happens. There's gonna be clean stuff that happens. You just have to choose whether you want to be a part of the dirty that happens or the clean that happens. But either way, let's make the decision to talk about the issues so that stuff like this does not happen.
I think, and that's why. And I debated about initially when I saw it, I was very upset. I debated about talking about this on the show at all, but so I think that obviously, and I talked to Patrick Scientific off air, and I talked to Kenny obviously, and so we have difference of opinion about it. I don't have a problem speaking about it, and we can have different opinions and we can agree to disagree, and I think that that's good. I think there should have been more conversations with and about Be Easy and Vicious before the situation escalated, and maybe that could have prevented some things.
If people stop denying
I never denied anything.
Things happen.
I never denied anything.
Issues like this.
Vicious has been on the show and talked about fights that he's had with other people, and there's never been a denial about that at all.
And people did try to talk to Vicious and Brandon about this situation, and it just.
Well, I mean, I think that you can't stop somebody from doing what they want to do.
Right.
And you can't change my mind about something just like I can't change your mind about something. And if you make your mind up, your mind is made up. And so if his mind was made up, it wasn't shit nobody can say anyway. You can try, and talking about it more could, increase the potential of diffusing the situation. But that talking about it doesn't mean that it would have stopped it. Right. We could have still been in the same exact spot and talked about this shit every fucking day.
Again, he could have been a bully every day. He could have been a bully every day, but on this day,
if you're going to make your mind up to do something, then you're going to do it. And maybe that's what Brandon had in his mind. He didn't want to do it that way, but maybe he made his mind up. He was getting tired of this shit.
Allegedly. But I mean, I'm saying that, and that's cool. And I don't have a problem with that. And I understand that position. I just feel as though timing is everything. And if
sometimes there's no good time.
There's definitely no good time.
Whatever important it is.
When I was engaged, we lost the baby, right? Mm-hmm. And 4 days after we lose the baby would not be the time for you to start asking me about the fucking baby or some like some kind of fucking kid joke or something. You know what I'm saying? There's a fucking time for everything.
But you never know, because
I do know there is a time.
My
time
sense
and place.
Of humor may be
place and time.
But my sense of humor may be the way I get through situations is to make a joke or is to laugh or what have you. Sure. And maybe somebody else's way of getting over it is to bang bang shoot them up. Somebody else might go bottle themselves in drinks, and somebody else might bottle themselves in all types of pills and potions and lotions that you can get. The fact that I'm saying is, yes, one is dead, yes, one is still currently going through a situation. No one is the same in this.
Yeah.
No one is the same.
They bring up some good points in the chat room.
Already been enough hurt as it is.
They say that the party is all good, but them kids ain't gonna get a dime of that. I'm just saying.
Maybe.
I think
I'll leave it with there. I think that's lovely.
Yes.
Huh?
Listen, what do you care about Brandon's family? Do you care about his kids right now? Or do you care what happens to his family?
Of course.
What are your thoughts on what's going on with Brandon right now?
I don't. What's going on with Brandon right now? I think it's too soon for me.
Do you give a damn about him being in jail? Do you give a damn about his kids right now?
You asked two questions. Let me answer both. Of course I do. However, Brandon is alive. I can reach out to Brandon at a later date. Vicious, whose funeral that you missed, but Vicious has only been in the ground since Monday. It's too soon for me to start even. I can't even think about that part right now.
You jumped the question. I asked you, what do you care about Brandon's family and his kids right now? Are you willing to do something for his family?
I'm not. I can't even think about that right now. I can't think about that right now. You know what I mean? It's just I'm putting priorities in order. It's like you got a bunch of bills on the table, right? What's the most important bill? What's the next most important bill? Cable is way down on the list. I got the rent. I got BGE.
So
you know what I mean? I got
those
those.
Cable to you. So his kids is cable to you right now. That's what you're saying. Is that what you're saying?
Let me hold up. Let me do that. Let me do that. So I got rent.
Roundabout way.
No, I'm saying BGE. Okay.
See.
No, it's got to be another bill more important than cable.
I
don't know. If you got three bills, what's my three bills though?
That's why.
I got rent. So Vicious is rent. And then Brandon is BGE. What's my next important bill?
But see, again,
I don't know. Whatever the third bill is.
That is why there are people who are willing to step up 4 days after the funeral to ask what's going on, because you have
it ain't
people
about. It's not about the kids.
But how do you know it's not about the kids?
It ain't about the kids. Come on, y'all.
What is it about?
Ain't about the kids.
What is it about?
It ain't about the kids.
Like I said,
it's about the fact. It's about the fact that he was hated by some people.
Like I said, Kenny asked
That's what it's about.
Kenny asked you a question, and I'll put it to you like this, because again, I'm not in this because I don't have a relationship with either.
You jumped straight around the question. I want you to answer.
What I'm
you saying all this.
You
Brandon can call his fucking kids. B. He can call his kids. Fishers can't call his fucking kids. Y'all keep saying, what about Brandon's kids? What about Brandon's kids? Brandon's fucking alive.
We understand that, but
and his kids can go fucking see him.
But listen,
what are y'all talking about? He got a fucking family.
Just because he's alive physically does not mean something is not going on right now. But me and Kenny are asking not on his behalf. We are asking, would you be willing? If Kenny said, "Yo, whatever you give me, I'm gonna make sure the kids get," are you willing to give anything? Your answer is still no. So
I have rent
your answer
and BGE
is no. Them kids are still hungry.
Not right now. They got a family. They got a lot of things. They are not hungry at this moment.
And they have
it has been 4 days.
They have a lot of people. I'm quite sure. They have a lot of people. I'm quite sure are willing to have to be on the way you are. Than they are to give up. And I know that personally. When I had a tragedy, not near one of those family members came and asked that we need food.
Yep.
Not near one of them family members asked that we need help with our bills. Not near one of them family members said, well, listen, I got an extra room. If you need it, you can come through. Not none of that. We still had to do whatever we had to do day to day to make sure we live in the same.
That doesn't mean that that's their story. That doesn't mean that's their story, but
do you know that for a fact?
Do you know Brandon's baby mama?
They don't.
You can easily find out who Brandon's baby mother is and quietly, find out something. And a lot of the DJs know her. So I mean, it's not, if that's what this is about. But you know what I mean. Let's wrap this up.
100% what it's about.
Huh?
It's 100% what it's about. I'm trying to find out, is his family okay? The livelihood of his
it's very easy for me to give you that information if you want that information. So I'll give you that information off air, and you can organize the back to school drive you want to have, and all of the things that you want to do. for the upcoming holidays.
Don't make it like it's a joke or anything like that, Don.
I mean, because it's just this is fucking amazing to me. It's amazing. Exactly. The kids are good. Like this is not.
Vicious. You said you was against you for both of them, but you team Vicious right now.
I'm only saying that because he's only been in the ground for 4 days. I know you didn't make the funeral. You probably didn't know, but he's only been in the ground for 4 days. If Vicious took B-Eazy's life, I would say the same fucking thing. I would. I swear I would.
I would be concerned about the other family at that point. I'd be like, okay, let's.
What's so amazing to me is you're not concerned about the family of the person who's dead. You're concerned about the family
he never said
of
that.
the person
Did you say that,
who's alive.
Did you say
That's
that?
fucking crazy. He never mentioned their family.
Because
he got a family too.
I'm gonna tell you why.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about Brandon's family right now. When you want to discuss his family with me, let me know.
Exactly. At the beginning of the discussion.
I mean, why not make it one big ass? Why make it one big ass party?
I was at the memorial with them. I helped serve food. I don't know if you were there, but I was there. I helped serve food.
Right. So I
bought drinks in there.
It's
I was there.
a consistent basis that we're on Team Vicious side. I think it's a consistent thing to say that we feel for him. We're going to do the same things that we're talking about with Brandon's kids as well. Like, that's a given. Everybody's already making sure that Vicious is cool and his family is cool and everything's going on with his family. But at the same token, why can't we send that same love and affection for his kids as well? That's all we're saying. We're not saying don't give anything to Vicious V. We're not saying don't shed light to his death. We're saying
we're not having a party celebrating the fact that he killed him, because we're not. I'm more upset about it than you are.
But what we're saying is, at the end of the day, if we're going to do something for Vicious V kids, let's also take into consideration that Brandon has kids too.
That's what's up. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Y'all have seen this, and so if you think I'm right, or if you think that the opposition is right, or it's somewhere in the middle. I like to know your thoughts. But you got the last word, Kenny. What you want to say?
I just want to say, I'm just putting it out there that we need to be more concerned about Brandon's well-being, him being in jail, and how he's making out, and how, his kids are being.
They burning you up in the comment section right now, so you know. They're saying it's too soon, point blank. Them kids are good. What about both families? Brandon can call his kids. But I mean, I get what y'all saying.
I think everybody has their own points. I think everybody has said
some people
things.
voted for Trump. You know what I mean? It's whatever. People can have their own. People can have their own feelings and make their own moves.
I don't think that's the
some people did vote for Trump,
but I don't think that's the same. But okay, all I'm saying is, it's a difficult situation to be in. It is definitely something I wouldn't wish on anyone. Condolences to Vicious V's family. Condolences to Brandon's family. I really hope that everyone understands that it's the well-being of the kids and the family. Let's not take and also let's hope that this starts the conversation of bullying and of just opening lines of communication and letting people know that
Can I say one more quick thing?
Sure.
Diamond, if this was you, and this will never happen, I know, but if you happened to kill Vicious V, I would be standing outside of the city jail with a sign like, free my man Diamond K. Let's take care of his family the same way like I'm supporting Brandon. So you can't say that I would not do that. Anybody, it doesn't matter who it is.
So
it already
cheap.
Happened.
That's so cheap. Let me say this. Okay. There's still a period. There's still a grieving period for the family of the deceased person. I wouldn't want nobody, stepping on that, assuming that, if I killed a friend of mine, a personal friend, and our families knew each other, like that type of shit. It's just there's a grieving period. There's a grieving period, and I think that the grieving period should be respected. And that's it. That's all. How I feel about that.
The same thing goes for both sides, because both sides can have the same argument. Both sides can say at some point it's too soon or it's too late. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people can say it's too soon to worry about branding.
I don't want it to be too late. I know that.
And other people can say I don't want it to be too late to do something. So
okay.
But thank you for this very beautiful, colorful conversation.
Yeah, and anybody else that that has thoughts on this, definitely feel free to reach out to me. I'm sure.
I'm going to start a beef on your radio station.
Oh, please do. I'm already beefing with Bow Wow too. So,
Lord.
But
Yeah.
There go that hateration coming back.
Yeah. But also, I know that this is probably gonna come up again when the trial happens. I'm sure we're gonna have thoughts on it, but I'm sure the grieving period is gonna be over at that point. You know what I mean?
I don't think the grieving period's never gonna be over because somebody's gonna always
never
miss
gonna be
somebody.
over.
Oh yeah.
And
So
somebody's gonna always
never
be gone.
never too soon to have a party, right? Niggas. That's some nigga shit. All right. So
Kenny, thank
thanks,
you
Kitty.
for being available for this very colorful commentation.
Absolutely. I had it was very rewarding to come on your show. Thank you for inviting me.
We will see you soon.
Thank you.
All right, so that was legendary DJ Kenny B. Tell you something funny about Kenny B. I inducted Kenny B in the Hall of Fame 2000 shit. 15.
Look at you.
Yeah.
I've been around you guys for a long time.
Yeah.
In one capacity or other, as far as the industry is concerned, music, modeling, what have you, and I've never personally had a beef with any the DJs. I understand how it can get dirty. All I'm saying is, look, people have their opinions. People go through things. I just think that at the end of the day, we need to respect everybody and know that everybody has a tolerance for whatever their grace period. Listen, bills don't wait 10 days for them to be due for they calling you. So I don't expect people to wait 10 days for somebody to be put in the ground to be respected and honored. And what I mean? It's just that. But great topic, though. Great topic.
We want to take a quick break.
Yes.
And then we're gonna come back
with some guests in the building.
Yeah, because this is need to turn it down a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.